Hello and welcome to this online presentation. My name is Erwin McKen. I'm one of the Genesis leaders up here in Canada, and I'm excited that you're watching this training today. We're going to be talking about top 25 cold market prospecting sources, how to generate leads from outside your warm market to recruit more reps. Now, if you've just gotten started in your Genesis business, I'm really thrilled. And of course, if you've gone through the Getting Started training and watched those 6 videos, one of those videos talks about putting together your list, and your list comprises your warm market. But there will come a time where when you go through your warm market, and this is where this training we're going to be going through today becomes very, very pertinent. So this is for those of you who have gone through your warm market and now you're looking for other ways and other means to generate new interested prospects, what we refer to as leads, to your Genesis business. So I'm very excited to present this to you today, and let's get right into what you're going to learn in the next few minutes. Okay, let's get started. What you will learn from this training today is the difference between lead poverty versus lead abundance. You're also going to learn the 25 different lead sources that are available to start using today, and how to identify which lead generation strategy is best for you, and finally how to convert those leads into new signups. Now let's talk about lead poverty and lead abundance. I'm not sure if you've ever heard that phrased that way before, but as you build your Genesis business, as you build any network marketing business, you want to always build from a position of strength, not weakness. And the reality is most reps are building their MLM business in a deficient way, in a lack mentality, with scarcity. We don't want you doing that with your Genesis business. We want you to always have lots of new eyeballs looking at your business, lots of people to show your opportunity to. In this case, it's our Genesis business. And you want to have lead abundance. You don't want to have lead poverty. Lead abundance is when you have a lot of people to always share your business with. Now, you notice on the screen there's a picture of a fishing pole, and I remember one of my mentors many years ago teaching me that you'll catch more fish. He was an avid fisherman. He said you'll catch more fish with one pole, more than one pole, than you will with one pole. Let me say that again. You'll catch way more fish with multiple poles than you will with one pole. And I remembered that, and I thought it would be apropos to put a picture of one fishing pole. Now think about it. If we went fishing, you know, you had one pole and we were sharing one pole, how much fish could we catch? Well, we could probably catch some fish, but not too much, and we would have to be there a long time. But what if you had multiple poles? Well, see, having multiple poles is the equivalent of having multiple lead sources. And so we don't want you building with lack. We want you building with abundance. You know, we don't want you to ever run out of people to expose your business to. And so abundance is having more than one way to generate interested prospects or leads to your business. Now, I'm going to show you real quick here 25 lead sources that you can start using immediately right after this training. A lot of you maybe have never considered some of these because either you were taught only 1 or 2 or maybe 5 or 6. And the reality is maybe some of you don't know some of these lead sources or are not proficient yet. But this is where your learning curve as you build your business will really significantly increase your odds of success. So you've got business cards, of course, flyers, samples. We're a business that actually you know, meets that one right there with samples. Networking events, LinkedIn, Craigslist, blogging is very huge right now for a lot of online marketers and offline marketers. Twitter, Facebook, of course. Many of you are probably looking at this training on Facebook. Drop cards, that's a very creative one. Car magnets, T-shirts, polo shirts, name tags and buttons, classic standard. It still works to create curiosity. Solo ads and classified ads. These are now online locations that you can promote your business. Google AdWords, Facebook PPC, and newspaper ads. Decals on your car, or decals on windows in commercial buildings, YouTube and video marketing. Of course, we're taking advantage of that right now. Lead capture pages. The 3-foot rule is, of course, a classic traditional way where you can meet people anytime, any day, anywhere. Referrals, of course, trade shows, co-op ads, and sizzle calls. These are 25 lead sources that you can implement in your Jeunesse business starting today, right after this training, and start generating more excited, interested prospects to your business. Now, we're going to talk about 5 of them today, and I've highlighted them in red. We're going to talk about business cards, networking events, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and video, and sizzle calls. Now, business cards, of course, are a standard. If you are in business, you need to go ahead and create a business card, or go ahead and order some cards. It's always good to have business cards as you move around, interact with people. You might be at a wedding or a cocktail party, or maybe you're just out and about in between your lunch hour for work, and you meet people all the time. And someone will, obviously ask you what you do if you've asked them what they do, and it's always good to have a card that can, relate with what you do. Now, some people maybe don't want to have a branded company card. You want to brand your own card, and you're welcome to do that. And I recommend that as well, because it depends on the setting you're in, will determine the card you give them. But business cards are a great way, of course, to generate interest to your business. Then there's LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a online social network that is really dedicated to connect professionals. And actually, the average income earner of a LinkedIn profile is about $90,000 a year. So there's people on this online social network that are professionals. They make great money, and these people here are looking to connect and not only advance their professions and their careers, but also advance their opportunity. A lot of them are opportunity seekers. So LinkedIn becomes a really unique and laser focused way to bring some quality prospects into your business. And it's a little bit different to Facebook. Of course, Facebook is very social. Facebook is referred to like a barbecue or a picnic, whereas LinkedIn is more like a networking event. Of course, people share pictures and they share posts, what's on their mind, their likes and their dislikes. And this is another way, because Facebook is a huge social media platform. There's close to 1 billion people on Facebook at any given time. But LinkedIn and Facebook work very differently. And again, you can't approach LinkedIn with a Facebook mentality. It just won't work. So there's rules that govern these two social networks. And again, there's some great training that is going to be provided below on this page. Wherever you're seeing this video, that will be specific Facebook training. As a matter of fact, one of our team leaders has just recently put that together. Make sure you go and find the Facebook Basics or Facebook 101 training. YouTube is, of course, a ginormous video sharing platform, and this is where people can literally put in video what's important to them, and they can share their message or their thought with their community or their followers. And video marketing, which is what YouTube allows us to do, is a powerful way to communicate our business and to share what we enjoy about our Jeunesse business. And of course, demos are done and recorded and uploaded on YouTube. People are talking about the different products that we have in the product line, and this becomes one of the fastest ways to expose your business, so it generates interested people. And so if you don't have a YouTube account, I encourage you to go ahead and set one up. Again, I haven't mentioned this, but all of what I've talked about, with exception to business cards, they're free. It's free to set up a LinkedIn profile. It's free to set up a Facebook profile. It's free to set up a YouTube account. Of course, with your Jeunesse business cards, that would be a small nominal cost. Now we have networking events. Networking events are social events that bring professionals, opportunity seekers, people looking to make money in different arenas, whether it's franchising, whether it's network marketing, together. And you see in that picture, people are doing what? They're exchanging information. They're handing each other a business card. So networking events are powerful social events to generate leads and prospects to your business. Again, I'm sharing this training to let you know that there's more than one way to generate leads and more than one way to get prospects interested in looking at your business. A lot of times people think there's only a few that work. That's just not the case. You know, the old adage says there's more than one way to skin a cat. And so when you learn these different strategies and you learn these different ways, you can have them working for you all at the same time. Again, I've talked about the fact that these sources are all free except for the tax deductible cost of your business cards. You want to focus on the free sources when you're first new, and then as you start to turn a profit, as you start to rank advance and move up in the company and make bigger checks as you cycle, then you can start moving into paid sources like pay-per-click advertising or Google AdWords or Facebook marketing or paid newspaper ads or signage. These things are paid sources, but the ones we're talking about, predominantly 95% of what's on this slide today, are free marketing sources. The final one I want to talk about is a 24-hour sizzle call. Now with Jeunesse, we do have a sizzle call, and that sizzle call is where someone could dial in a number and listen to a 3 to 5 minute message about our opportunity, and they could hear some great information that will update them on the products, the company, their growth, and where the opportunity lies for them. This is called a sizzle call, and this is great to market out to people, have it placed somewhere on your social network, a profile, or directly text or email those people that you might know, or have it printed on a card and left somewhere. The sizzle call becomes a little soldier that can literally market your Jeunesse opportunity for you, because when a person dials that number, they are able to listen to some pertinent details about our company. So sizzle calls are very, very effective. So we've just talked quickly about these 5 free sources with exception to the business cards, but there's so many, as I've put in that list, that you can begin using right away. Let's go on to the next slide. So we're going to talk now about how to identify which lead source works best for you. And of course, the method that generates the most leads is the best one for you. Okay, it's obvious. But, really identifying ones that you can really sink your teeth into will really be related to what you're good at. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you have computer skills, of course, online will work better for you. You're going to be more proficient, more comfortable. You are going to be someone that can navigate the online high-tech world a lot better. But if you're low-tech, okay, a lot of us are low-tech, maybe the offline will work better. So you'll have to determine which strategy is best suited based on your level of technical ability. For instance, if you have some disposable income, then a paid source might work better for you. For instance, pay-per-click, Facebook pay-per-click, because you have some money that you can devote to marketing. But if not, then you stick with the free sources. Another example, if you're mobile and you have a vehicle that's really a nice to luxurious vehicle, you can do a car decal, which a creative question or post on the back window with a way for them to contact you either by phone, which is a sizzle call again, or by URL, which is your website. So car decals work, and again, if you have a vehicle, you need a vehicle to have a car decal, that would be what would work best for you. So, as you go through the 25 lead sources, identify which lead source works best for you based on where your strengths lie. All right. Now, the final thing we're going to talk about in this training is converting the lead into a sign-up or a brand new rep. Of course, why are we going to devote our energy and time to generate prospects and leads if we're not going to convert them into a new distributor? So always have a way to capture your lead's contact information for the purpose of calling them back. Okay? Yes, if you knew that you could generate 2, 3, 4 leads a day, if you knew you could generate 10, 12, 15 leads a day, and what if you could generate 20 to 30 leads a day, would you call them? Of course you would, because that means more distributors joining your business, and that means more money. That means you can become a success in your company. So the first thing is always have a way to capture your lead's contact information for the purpose of calling them back. Example, the sizzle call asks the prospect to leave their name and the best time to be reached. Okay, at the end of that call. For instance, a lead capture page, which is a online page with a form, it asks the prospect to leave their name and email, and usually the best time to be reached. Some don't, but mostly it's the name and email and phone number. And what will happen after the prospect enters information, an autoresponder series will follow up with your prospect over maybe 7 to 30 days. And secondly, the marketer usually will contact them. I know that, you know, for many of us who have been in the industry anytime at all, we want to definitely follow up and get back with our prospects within 24 hours. That is when the prospect is most interested. They're highly motivated, and of course we consider them a hot lead. So again, the key to converting a lead into a sign-up is to have a way to contact that prospect back immediately. And of course, once you do, you can ask some qualifying questions and then be able to send them a presentation or book a meeting, a one-on-one meeting, or invite them to a hotel meeting, or just direct them to a website that may have a on-demand presentation available for your prospect to watch and learn about the opportunity. So, you know, in this training, we've gone through just the importance of having more than one source to generate leads. And as you can see on this slide, more fishing poles, okay, means multiple lead sources, which means more reps. Remember, we started with one fishing pole on that first slide? Well, do you think if we were going fishing and we had multiple fishing poles, we can catch more fish? Absolutely. So I want to really, you know, underscore again, lead abundance is what you want as you build your Jeunesse business. You know, it means that you'll have more quality prospects for your business, you'll have better posture, and of course, obviously, more enrollments. The faster rank advancements will obviously come, and that means more money and more success. So this is Erwin McKen for this training to share with you those 25 lead sources. And again, I'm going to go back and just bring it up. You know, here are 25 lead sources that you can start using immediately. I'll go through them real quick. Business cards, flyers, samples, networking events, LinkedIn, Craigslist, blogging, Twitter, Facebook, drop cards, car magnets, t-shirts, polo shirts, name tags, buttons, solo ads, classified, Google AdWords, Facebook PPC, newspaper ads, decals on your car or on windows of professional office buildings, YouTube and video marketing, lead capture pages, 3-foot rule, which of course is a classic from years gone by, still works today by the way, referrals, trade shows, co-op ads, and sizzle calls. So with that said, I'm going to bid you happy prospecting. Go ahead and dive into the cold market, because this is where you will find the greatest amount of people that have not learned about network marketing and are maybe looking for an opportunity. And you know what? Why not you? You've got something great with Jeunesse to share with them. Let's take our businesses to the top, guys, and happy cold market prospecting. Bye for now.